What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video we're creating a sketch illustration of Parasaurolophus from Jurassic Park. Let's begin today's lesson by adding some guidelines in the center of our page to help with the balance of our drawing. Let's start by sketching a line coming down the center. Start from the very top in the middle. It's going to lightly work our way down towards the bottom. Let's add another guideline going across from left to right. So we'll start in the middle, go out toward the left, and then the right side. Now I'm going to use these two lines to help us create a circle in the center of our page. So from the center mark, let's step up towards the top, mark off the top of our circle. Now I want to take that same distance from the center down towards the bottom, and I'll repeat those steps across this horizontal line. So taking the distance from the center over towards the left, and then the right side. Now I want to connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create a circle. Let's start with the top left, and the circle doesn't have to be perfect. We just want to get the right size and placement in the center of our page. We can just go back and just smooth this out. Let's add a line going across the bottom of our circle. Stretch that out toward the left and then the right side. Now from the top of our circle, we're going to bend the beak going out and then down towards that bottom line. So going out toward the left and then bring that down towards the bottom. Now I want to place the eye just above that center point. So we're going to step up, sketch out a circle, going all the way around. And we'll continue the curve of the head going up and then down towards the back. From the top of the eye, let's step up. It's going to curve the back of the neck, going across and bring that all the way down towards the bottom of our page. Let's go to the bottom of the circle and draw that same curve, going around and then down. Let's go back to the front, add some shape along the chin, then this down and then in, go up and then in toward that bottom line. Now let's round out the tip of that horn, coming all the way around and then in. And I'm going to follow that same curve, coming across and then down towards the back of the head. Now that we have a rough sketch, let's go back and lightly erase some of these guidelines. Now we're going to use this rough sketch as a guide to help us refine the shape and add some more details. Let's start with the front. Start with the edge of the mouth. We're going to go up and then bring that down. So we round out the end, pulling that up. Let's round out the left side, coming back in towards the edge of the head. Curve this down, up, and then down towards the right. Now from the corner of the mouth, I'm just going to add a fold. It's going around, up above the eye, and just pull that down towards the edge of the horn. Let's add a little bit more shape to the front of the head. Just bending this in and up. We're going to add a nostril with a small oval along the front. Let's round out the chin and the mouth. Just going to pull this down, go all the way around the jawline, and then back in. Round out the back of the head, and then bring that down. I'm just going to add some folds across the bottom of the neck. Now I'm going to go back and add some detail to the eye. Let's start with the upper eyelid, going up and then down on the outside. Drawing the bottom of the eye, coming down and up. Now it's going to work our way out, just adding some folds. Going to add a curve across the cheeks, down and in. Now I'm going to go back and add a little bit more shape to the edge of the horn. So pull down the bottom and add some folds across the top. Now I want to go back and clean up our drawing one final time before we add in our shading and more details. Now once we're happy with the rough sketch, we're going to go in and start adding some details and adding some more contrast to our lines. So we're going to start with the eye area first, just working our way around, and just layering in the folds and wrinkles around the eye. Just working our way out. I'm going to add a small highlight along the top of the eye. And just darken up the pupil underneath. Darken up the outside of the iris and then fade that down to create a little bit of a glare along the bottom of the eye. Now we're just going to work our way around the face, just adding those folds and wrinkles. Just moving over and just adding some folds across the lip. And a little bit of texture to the upper lip with these little curves. Just going a little bit darker along the bottom to create a little bit of a highlight effect along the top. Go and add some more shape to the nostril and just darken up the inside. I'm just going to add a few bumps across the top of the head. Just bumping this up and back down and using this as a guide as we follow this all the way out towards the edge of that horn. Now that we finished tracing out our contours, we're going to start adding some various tones and shadows. Now we want to imagine that the lights come from the top left going across our character, so the highlights will sit along the top edge with the shadows across the bottom. Let's start with the lip. So we're just going to start by darkening up the bottom, using the side edge of our pencil, and then fading that up. I'm using a 2mm lead on this pencil, and this will help get a little bit more coverage. And we can also add some more texture by just going up with those lines. Now the lip's going to cast a shadow across the lower jaw, so we're just going to darken this up, fade that down, just add a little bit more darkness across that bottom edge. Now we also want to add a shadow across the bottom of the chin. So again, going darker along the bottom and then fading that up. And then from here, we're just going to work our way across the chin, going up. I'm going to darken up the bottom of the horn and just work this up towards that seam. And go back and just darken up the base of the neck and blend that down. And now we're going to add some light tones across our character. So starting off along the top of the horn, and then just fading that across toward the left. Add a few spots across the top of the head. I'm going to go back and just add some texture across the top. Just pulling these lines going across and then down towards the right. Just coming down towards that seam. Now we're going to go back in and add some fine details across the head. So starting across this front edge, just adding these little folds and wrinkles going across. Just work our way around the nostril and the front edge of the beak. Now we're just working those curves around the eye and then towards the cheeks. Now as we get closer to the end, I'll continue to refine my textures and darken up the contours around my drawing, and always be sure to sign my artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of Parasaurolophus from Jurassic Park. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single week. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Hey everyone, if you really want to discover your artistic potential, then join our Club Masterclass membership. For just $1 a month, you'll gain instant access to exclusive members-only drawing tutorials, virtual art camps, and much, much more. Join our thriving community of passionate artists just like you, and let your creativity soar. So just click that link in the description, and I'll see you in the club.